Well, I'm here again today with my good friend Jeb Rich. I'm Tom Miller with eXp Realty. Jeb's with Fidelity Bank in West Des Moines. Jeb's been doing mortgages for about 30 years, maybe longer than that, I don't know. But we work together on a lot of situations, and a particular situation that we've helped a lot of people with over the years is when they're looking to downsize. And so, you know, you've maybe lived in your home that you raised your family in, or you lived in a home for 10 or 20 years. The home's getting too big, you don't want to maintain that property anymore, and you want to find something smaller. You got a lot of equity in that home. We've had a unique situation we've been able to work over the last several years, and we've done it in all different markets where we help you buy your new home first, because the biggest issue people have with downsizing is, what are we going to do with all that stuff? And that really generates a lot of stress around, if you sell your home and then you buy a new one and you got to move over one weekend, it's nearly impossible when you're downsizing. And so we've done a lot of work together with folks over the years to look at situations and say, do you have the ability to buy your new home first, so then you can get moved out of your old home, get moved into your new home, figure out what you're going to keep, what you're going to sell. Then we put your old home on the market and get it sold. And Jeb's got the loan products that can make that happen. Even if you don't really need a mortgage after the sale of your home, Jeb can still do some short-term financing for you. He's got a number of different products, but he can do some short-term financing for you to make that purchase a reality. Then when we get your existing home sold, you pay it off and call it good. But Jeb, why don't you just share a little bit about the products that you offer and how we help people that way?
Sure, Tom. We use a product in the in-house loan. It's a bridge loan.
Yep.
So we'll use the equity in your existing home as a down payment. A portion of that is a down payment for the purchase of the new home.
Yep.
A couple different ways we can go with that. As you mentioned, Tom, once your existing home sells, you move to the new home, and once your existing home sells, we come in and pay that bridge loan off.
Yep.
And the new home is free and clear.
Yep.
Or if you don't have the funds to pay it off, we can convert that to an end loan.
Yep.
A 30-year fixed rate term, and use that for a small mortgage, let's say,
Yep.
and convert that over to that.
And, we've talked with folks over the years. Sometimes it makes sense to have a small mortgage because it helps you retain some of your cash that you have. If you don't have a lot of extra, it allows you to have kind of a rainy day fund, so to speak.
Well, I've bought several houses over the years, and you get in the house and you say, wow, I wish I need this, I need a new couch, I need a new fridge, I need this and need that. So I think it's always smart to hold some funds back as a rainy day. Now, if you held funds, we can do post-close. So say 90 days after you move in, you've got everything where you want it, the new furniture, the new appliances, everything, TV on the wall, and you've still got extra money that you want to apply. We can apply that to the existing loan as a recast.
Okay.
Recast that monthly payment down.
Yep.
It's not a new closing.
It's not a refinance.
It's not a refinance, so there's no closing costs. There is a flat $250 fee associated with that recast, but it resets or reduces the principal amount, and therefore reduces.
And so the payment resets.
Monthly payment, right?
Yeah.
Rate stays the same, and the remaining months of that loan stay the same.
It's similar to doing refinance, but it's a little simpler, and it really gets you what you want, which is a lower payment.
Much more cost effective.
Yep.
But yeah, we can do those too.
Awesome. Well, I know we've helped a lot of people over the years with that, and I think another benefit of talking about doing a bridge loan, some people will look at what they've got in their investment portfolio, and I'm not a CPA, so I can't give tax advice, but I do know if you've got investments that you're thinking about liquidating to buy your next home, talk to your accountant before you do that, because it can actually be more cost effective to borrow some money for a short term than it is to pay the taxes on the sale of those assets. So again, that's a CPA conversation. If you need a good CPA, I've got one that you can talk to, but if you want to talk about downsizing and how to make that happen financially, Jeb's not going to help you out with getting rid of all of your stuff you've accumulated over the years, but he can help you facilitate buying that next home and making it as stress-free as possible. So Jeb's information is below, either in the comments or the description on this video, and I encourage you to give him a call if you're thinking about downsizing. A lot of times we're working with somebody for a year and a half or 2 years before they actually pull the trigger, because it's a big undertaking, basically.
Sure.
But we want to make sure you've got the information so that when you are ready, you can just make that transition, and we can make it as easy as possible. So, Jeb, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom.